11 great GLP-1 breakfast ideas for you from someone who's lost over 107 pounds and done over 110 plus Zepbound injections, Mounjaro injections, and Tirzepatide compound injections. I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I'm super stoked on today's episode to talk about the GLP-1 lifestyle in general, from somebody who is morbidly obese to somebody who is crushing it. And hopefully my goal for you to leave this videos with is 11 breakfast ideas that you can use on GLP-1 for breakfast or lunch or dinner, because I love breakfast for dinner sometimes, that will hopefully help you on your weight loss journey and that you'll have easy tools to do that. Okay, let's dive in. Number one, I have 3 criteria for these 11 GLP-1 breakfast ideas. The first one for me is, bum, ba, bum, you wouldn't be surprised to know it's high protein. And the reason why I focus on high protein is because I lift a lot. Why do I lift a lot now? And this is something that I've done after the first year of GLP-1 medication. I did not do this on my beginning first year. It's on the first year going into my second year. I started lifting more because of the muscle mass loss. You can take my word for it, or you can use scientific research points. All roads point back to muscle mass loss. And having a high protein diet helps aid in building muscle. Now, muscle mass loss happens with any sort of GLP-1 weight loss, not just Zepbound, but having a high protein diet twofold, and that's one of my 3 criteria. We've got 3 criteria for our GLP-1 breakfast. 1 is high protein. It's gonna keep us fuller longer. And 2, it's gonna help aid in muscle building, which is our focus. Number 2, high fiber. High fiber, honey, high fiber. I didn't know as a 40-year-old something that I would be talking about fiber as much as I do, but honey, we talk about high fiber here at the Countess of Shopping community. And for me, that's usually either fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. They don't have to be fresh, they can be frozen, but some sort of vegetable and fruit included in my meal to help aid in higher fiber. I like fresh just because that's preference, but again, they could be frozen if you wish or whatever. High fiber, it doesn't go back to high fiber. And then number 3 criteria for these 11 great GLP-1 breakfasts is going to be, survey says, smaller portions. Maybe it's 2 meals. For me, I found that I used to have 3 big old portions, like GLP-1 dinner time before GLP-1 medicine. 3 big old dinners. And I go back and refill and get a second, third portion. Now with breakfast, I'm like, that does not interest me. So what I would encourage you, if you're like me, breakfast does not interest me a lot of times. And if that is you, I don't eat breakfast. Usually my first meal is around 10 or 11 o'clock and I intermittent fast, and that makes me happy. I want you to lean into what makes you happy and what makes the best sense for you. You can test this, but for me, I found having a smaller portion and just making 2 meals out of it has been much better for my Zepbound side effects, meaning Zepbound diarrhea, Zepbound constipation, nausea, vomiting. Having smaller portions very much also helps aid when I am tracking my calories for the day. It's easier to do that, and I have obviously less calories because the portions are smaller. So does that make sense for you? Instead of having, for example, I'm not going to say eggs, but 2 eggs, to just have 1. Does that make better sense for you? Now, we're not going to talk about too many eggs too much because I want to give some other examples besides that. The first one I absolutely love and is my go-to a lot of the days is a yogurt bowl. Honey, Greek yogurt, the Faye Greek yogurt is my favorite. Faye, call me, I'm obsessed with their 0% Greek yogurt. It has a ton of protein in it, so it's hitting that, and it's only 90 calories, so it fits in my calorie deficit with eating on a GLP-1 diet. I can add fruit to it, so that increases the fiber. If I want to, I can add chia seeds to it, or nuts, or protein oatmeal. The world is my oyster, honey. Sometimes when I get footloose and fancy free, I add an extra protein powder to make it a fluffy yogurt. My favorite protein powders are the Bioptimizer's Magnesium Breakthrough, use the discount code QUEEN, and the Clean Simple Eats Protein, use the discount code QUEEN. I will link those down below. And if you're like, where are all of these discount codes she's talking about? They're on countessofshopping.com/shop, S-H-O-P, on my website. They're all, the Count has put those all very organized if you want to have all of my discount links for those. So a yogurt bowl, those frequently for me, I typically can get about 20 grams of protein. If I add protein powder, 40 grams of protein, a ton of fiber in there, and usually around like the 200-300 calorie range, depending on portion sizes. It is awesome. I love adding into mine chia seeds also, like a teaspoon of them because of the crunch factor. But if you're having tummy issues, that may not be the best idea. And with these, that was number one for our GLP-1 breakfast or Zepbound breakfast. Or if you're on Wegovy, share this video with all your semaglutide friends or Tirzepatide friends. Portion sizes are going to be different for you. So you may need to test that. And if you feel nauseous or if you get one of those side effects from the medicine, that is a great reminder to either not have that in the future or maybe have it on day 5, day 6, day 7, because you may get a different reaction for breakfast than versus like day 2. For me, day 2, on my Zepbound injections, I have more side effect reactions. I can be more nauseous, for example, whereas on day 5, day 6, day 7, day 5 is half-life dose. I'm not going to have that same reaction usually. Usually, everybody's body's different, which is why you need to talk to your healthcare provider. And I'm not a dietitian, so talk to a dietitian too. Number 2, high protein oatmeal is one of my other favorite Zepbound breakfasts to go to. I love it because oatmeal has high fiber in it. It's incredibly filling. Frequently on days that I do that oatmeal, the high protein oatmeal, I am so full. I am so full. It's awesome. If you want to feel full, try some oatmeal. My husband does his with milk to get extra calcium. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just do it with water. I frequently have gotten into adding now chia seeds into it and fruits because of the extra high fiber. So it's checking off that high protein, high fiber. I'll make it high protein frequently by adding in, I love the Clean Simple Eats, their strawberry cheesecake one. And I also, specifically for my protein oatmeal, I also love the Clean Simple Eats cake batter in there too. It's only 100 calories for these and 20 grams of protein. I love them. I love them. But don't microwave this in with that. I microwave my oatmeal and make the oatmeal. And then I put this in the protein powder after it's come out of the microwave because it's disgusting otherwise. It is barfaroni cha-cha-cha. So I will put it in after. And sometimes I don't even add the protein. Sometimes I just have the oatmeal, but then I know I need to have later on, I need to make up my protein because that's not as much protein as I want to be consuming for my protein goals. Number 3, have you seen my eggs coquette recipe? It is on countessofshopping.com. I will link it down in the description link below for you. It is awesome. It is so good. It is French. It is absolutely a delicious, easy recipe to have. You can mix and match it if you want to make it spicy. If you don't, I don't like spice at all. My son loves to add some hot sauce to his eggs coquette. It's really good. If you want to dip it with crunchy bread in there, you can. If you just want to straight have it, you can. You can't really meal prep this. I haven't found a good way to meal prep it. If you have, tell me in the comments below. But very high protein, very filling. It's delicious. It's beautiful. You make them in, mine is the Le Creuset. Am I pronouncing that properly? Le Creuset. The eggs is the coquette dish that I'm using. It is, and I'll link that down below. By the way, I'm linking everything. It will be in the description link down below. Just click the ... more button to get those. But that eggs coquette, that's number 3 for our GLP-1 breakfast. Eggs. If you don't like eggs coquette, then have a hard-boiled egg. Or scrambled eggs, or fried eggs. I found out my kid's like, Mom, your scrambled eggs taste like barf. I'm like, thanks, honey. Thank you so much. Let me feed those to the dog now. Freddie and Wilma will happily eat them. But he loves a fried egg. And so literally I just spray it with avocado spray, and that's how I make his eggs now for his high protein too. And so I tell my kid what I tell y'all as well. If you don't like it, tell me how you like it. Let's make this fun. Let's make it so you enjoy it. What would be more enjoyable? If you just don't like eggs, don't eat them. Don't. You don't have to. You don't have to. And by the way, like for me, I used to be able to have 2, 3, 4 eggs sometimes. Now I can maybe have 1, maybe 1 plus a cup of fruit. Like, what the world's your oyster, and this is where you got to discern what's best for you. And on different days, it may be different with the appetite suppression. That's what you've got to gauge with this as well for your GLP-1 breakfast. Number 4. One of the things I didn't mention, this video is not sponsored by Bioptimizers, but I always have to tell you guys about their Masszymes. They're digestive enzymes from Bioptimizers. You don't have to have them by any means. I have started to add them, and I've been adding them the last few months, and I don't add them for every meal, but they're digestive enzymes. I love Bioptimizers. They're the ones that has like the best magnesium with the 7 types in it. I digress though. They have given me a discount code on Amazon. Specifically for Amazon, there's very specific ones that you want to purchase from and what you don't want to purchase from. Use my link down below, but use the discount code Countess with it. They were very generous. I negotiated for us a discount code as well. But the masszymes are digestive enzymes I started using when I started having more protein and more fiber. It helps to break down the protein a little bit better for me. Obviously, before taking any supplement, talk to your healthcare provider. That has been super helpful for me with all these changing into a high protein diet and a high fiber diet. This helped me. Everyone is different, and that's not medical advice. Talk to your own healthcare provider and a dietitian too. So with the masszymes, one of the things I like that I'll have maybe once a week is a protein smoothie, meaning I just posted on Countess of Shopping Instagram earlier, yesterday. It was the protein smoothie. Where was it? You can use the Bioptimizer's Protein Breakthrough on their website. This isn't on Amazon. This one's on their website. You can use the discount code QUEEN for this. For the Amazon one, it's Countess. It's Countess for the masszymes on that one. I digress though. With the Protein Breakthrough in a smoothie, so I add the protein powder with milk. And if you don't want milk, or you want almond milk, or whatever milk you want, or if you just want water, sometimes I just do water. I've done that before too. And then I'll mix it with fruit. Frozen fruit. I love pomegranates. I love raspberries. I love strawberries. My husband loves blueberries. I'm not a huge fan of blueberries, but he loves those. Whatever makes the best sense for you. Frequently, I'll have protein smoothies. I really love, also, Clean Simply has a Bananas Foster's. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'll do a scoop of their peanut butter powder also with to make it like a chunky monkey. It's really good. And then you can put some banana, like fresh frozen banana in there if you wish. You can throw in some spinach. If you put a few leaves in there, your kids will never know. That's what I do for my kid. I'm like, you never notice. He's like, why is there little green bits in there? I'm like, oh, it's herbs. No, I don't lie to my kid. I'm like, it's spinach, but you can't even taste it. So shove that in there. Get that extra fiber with your spinach. Number 4, GLP1 breakfast. Overnight oats. So different than the oatmeal that I was showing earlier, different than that. It has chia seeds in there. You can go to Countess of Shopping Pinterest. If you're a Pinterest lover, make sure you click follow on my Countess of Shopping Pinterest page. And on our blog on countessofshopping.com, we have an overnight oats recipe. I believe we have an overnight oats. We definitely have breakfast bowl recipes. But the overnight oats, you can use chia seeds, flax seeds, oatmeal, whatever you want. I like those overnight oats because I can put in there and make that for 2 days in advance, 3 days in advance, and it doesn't get yucky sitting in a container in my refrigerator for a couple of days. In fact, it gets better. I just don't add fruit to it until I'm ready to eat my overnight oats. Does that make sense? So I like those for meal prep and doing like 3 of those at a time, and I'll do my kids. And so frequently I'll make like 4, 5, 6 of them at a time for myself and my kid. My hot husband's on his own. Sorry, honey. Next, GLP1 breakfast or Zepbound breakfast. I love thee. I didn't put this in here for me, but my kid loves them. The name's really whack. It's called Bootylicious. Why they name it Bootylicious, I don't know, but it's a high protein muffin. My kid eats these every other day. He loves them. If you don't want packaged foods, don't eat this. But if you want a packaged protein, it's a high protein muffin pack. They're kind of like cake cups, like high protein cake cups. This one's blueberry, for example, 25 grams of protein, 180 calories in there. It's good. My kid likes that. That's one that's like for my son. That's simple. I will link that on my Amazon shopping list down below. But the next one that I frequently like, and should I not bring it in here? I'm like kicking myself. Where is it? Is Built Bars. Oh, here they are. I don't have these for breakfast frequently, but I wanted to share them if you like protein bars. For me, I don't have my protein bars for breakfast. It doesn't feel good on my tummy, but that's just me. That is just me. You do you. But Built Bars, I am obsessed with in the afternoon. Usually like 2, 3, 4 o'clock, like after lunch, before dinner, when I need a little something to hold me to dinner. This is delicious. It is only 160 calories, so staying in a calorie deficit when I'm tracking my calories. And it has in there 15 grams of protein. It's so good. And I love Barbell bars, protein bars, but those are over 200 calories. So for a quick 160, these are great. I would encourage, I only have one a day, and not every day, but a lot of days. I don't have more than that. For me, that could be very triggering for like, because it tastes so good. So I want to encourage you, you do you, boo. If you want 2 in a day, you do whatever. But for me, that would border, I would be a little cautious with that. For me, I definitely do 1 most days. And I love it. And they have a ton of flavors. Use the discount code QUEEN25 with that one as well. Lunch for breakfast. Why can't we have lunch for breakfast? Like, why can't we do that? Literally, I had steak the other day. It was what was it? It was a leaner, it was a filet mignon leftovers. And I was like, I'm having that sucker for breakfast. It didn't hurt my tummy. It felt good and I wanted it. And a couple days back, I had a leftover high protein, the viral bowl that I frequently eat that has like the ground turkey, the 99% ground turkey, avocado, cottage cheese, the Mike's Hot honey on it. There's a little leftover sweet potato. I had that for breakfast. And it made me happy. So leftovers, you don't have to, like, who says that you can't have your like dinner for breakfast or lunch for breakfast? Who says? Next, I already talked about the protein muffins. That was number 8. Number 9 is clear protein drinks. These come in cans or powdered. This one's good. It tastes like Starburst. Clean Simulates is frequently sold out. So I'm going to link them down below. If they're sold out, like that's when I'm like, buy these now, not to be like, you'll buy everything, but it will sell out and then you won't get it. Like everyone wanted the key lime protein powder I talked about a few videos back, and now they're totally sold out. And you will not probably be able to get that this summer. And it is so good. It tastes like key lime pie. So if I'm saying something, like just know they may sell out often. And same with Built Bars too. When they're in stock, get them while they're in stock. So Clean Simple Eats, discount code QUEEN. I'll have a protein drink. However, the clear protein. The clear protein I have found sometimes makes my tummy hurt in the morning. Sometimes. And so that's like back in the day, I used to have McDonald's unsweet iced tea for breakfast, and sometimes it would make me very nauseous. And so I don't do that anymore. So I want to encourage you, like, test and see. I love the clear protein drinks, but I typically now have those after lunch just to make sure that it's not like on an empty tummy having something. And with the delayed gastric emptying, that is also something to think about too, of how that interacts with your tummy. If you're having sulfur burps, that means it's because of the delay in eating. It's part of it, the breaking down component of that, but keeping in mind of like, eat less sulfur foods. You know what I mean? I've talked about it in other videos, but I digress. Next, number 10 is a different version of my eggs coquette, but it's just egg bites. If you like Starbucks, those egg bites that they have you can make them at home or you can get them at Costco. Costco has a ton of them. I personally don't like those. Tui tui. Like they have egg white ones, and I ate too many of those back when I did keto. I cannot. She cannot. But if you want to, they're a great breakfast item for you. A great, great Zepbound breakfast item. You do you. Next, smoked salmon with avocado toast. I don't like salmon also. Hence the reason why I don't have that. But many of you do, and many of you recommend. You're like, I love me some smoked salmon. For me, that does not wet my whistle. I want you to wet your own whistle, honey. So if you liked smoked salmon with avocado on toast or smoked salmon with cream cheese on toast or however, you do that. For me, no thank you. I hope maybe one day I'll acquire that taste, but today's not that day. Today is not that day. The other thing I want to encourage you for breakfast too is hydrating. Right? Some days I just wake up and I have my Element Electrolytes. Y'all know I love Element Electrolytes. I've had them for the last 110 plus injections pretty much every single week. The weeks that I didn't, I had gnarly side effects, which is why I have them pretty much all the time now. I will either have 1 stick in a day or 1 can in a day. No, I don't have the stick all at once usually. Frequently, I'll just have a third of the stick with 40 ounces of water. This morning though, I had the whole stick all in one for breakfast, and that's what I had for breakfast. I had the orange one. However, the lemonade Element Electrolytes is hotter than hot. Someone just told me I think it's sold out, but you can get my 8 free sticks with any purchase linked down below. But their canned electrolytes are also equally as amazing. The Duke and I got in a great debate this morning about the canned drink versus the powder sticks. Whatever world you live in, that makes the best sense. So hydrating, I'll have that with decaf coffee. So I'll have a whole regular coffee, big old cup of regular coffee. And then after that, I'll have decaf. I already talk quickly enough. I already have some heart things going on. I just don't need that much caffeine. So I'll have that and I'll have water with it as well. And so when I'm in car pickup line frequently, if you're in real life, you see me, check my cup holder. It's usually a big old 40-ounce tumbler of water or some sort of water, like a sparkling water. I like sparkling water quite a bit. So some sort of capacity to get my water in with element electrolytes shortly later on in the morning. I like to start my day with that. That's my routine. But again, this is going to require some testing for you of what makes the most sense. I have found also with lifting now, this is the bonus tip. If you stayed this long, you're getting bonus tip time. Y'all, I appreciate that you love my weirdness as well. If you've made it this far, you love the weirdness as much as I do. Okay, so for lifting, I found I was much hungrier. Nobody told me that. So I'm telling you, I am much hungrier from working out, and that's also totally normal. I have to combat that extra hunger with high protein items. So just keeping that in mind, maybe you don't have that at all, but I definitely do. Fit Cookie, if you're out there still, mama, tell me, do you have that as well in all of my workout besties? Do you guys have that too, of where your hunger is much higher because you're working out? To me, I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's common sense kind of, but for me, it wasn't so common, that common sense. It was a whole realization of like, dang, I'm hungry. Dang, I'm having not enough calories. If you don't know how many calories you should be having in a day, go to countessofshopping.com. I have a whole free calorie calculator for you. It's linked down below. Definitely take advantage of that. Definitely take advantage of that as well. It's my free gift for you. And I'm writing that down to put that in my show notes down in the description link below for you to take it. And if for some reason I don't, you can just go to countessofshopping.com and on the search toolbar, type in calorie calculator. I have a free one and it's awesome. So many, like thousands of people have used it. It's my gift to you. That tells me how many calories I should have when I'm working out. And the workouts on that calculator are like light workouts, moderate workouts, heavy workouts, super heavy workouts. Do you work out 3 days a week? Do you work out 5 days a week? Like you can figure out what makes the best sense for you. For me, I was not eating enough calories. And at nighttime, I was like jonesing. I'm like, I'm so hungry. I was so hungry because I wasn't eating enough food when I started really lifting a lot more. And so just factoring that in, if you start a workout regimen or walking more or something like just know you may need to calculate your calories again. And I had to. And now I calculate my calories every couple of weeks because my weight changes and also because my activity level continues to increase. I hope all of these GLP-1 breakfasts help you. Share this video with your bestie, your GLP-1 bestie, or anyone who loves high protein videos. I want to know down in the comments below what's your favorite GLP-1 breakfast. Your accountability question, what are you doing today to move you closer to your goals? And our emoji of the day is going to be an egg. I do emojis of the day to get to know you better because I care. And it's our bat signal for me to pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I'll uplift you in positive thought because all are welcome at the Countess of Shopping table. If you're on your TV, you can always come back on your cell phone and be like, egg. Some people don't have access to emojis, so they literally type an egg, and that's totally cool too. Share this video, make sure you click like, and if you are not subscribed, what are we doing? Make sure we click subscribe. The Facebook group, my private Facebook group, got shut down in the massive Facebook shutdown that happened today as I'm filming this on May 17th. It was not just me, it was a ton of GLP-1 people and other groups too, like a bunch of nail groups got canned as well. I have a backup group in place, but here's the deal. If you are not on my email list, when these things happen, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when for content creation, then my email is there. My email is there. My website is there. Please, please, please make sure you're on my email list. Like, that is how I'm going to communicate. The Count and I are going to build our own private group. It probably will not be on Facebook. I've had enough. I want to get off the ride. I don't like it. I want to do more live streaming and own the platform in which I'm live streaming on. All of that, the Count and I are paying to build a community. But you will only hear about that if you're in my email. So answer your emails when I send them to you too. Just open them up. That will keep you on my email list as well every now and then. But most people love them on Mondays and Thursdays. It's a refresher. It's like a shower for your brain for regrouping into mindset of like, oh yeah, I'm doing this healthy journey thing. I need to, for me, I have to daily stay engaged. If I'm not daily engaged, I run into problems, and that's when I gain weight. That's why I do a daily show, is to daily commit to my health journey. My sweet friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. Everything I mentioned is down in the description link below. Click that .. more button. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love you. Bye, guys.